him for also maybe armed and dangerous.
It's our job to try to catch them. It's their job to try to get away from us.
The right to remain silent.
For anyone arrested in Chicago, one of the first stops is Cook County Jail.
The court snatches up anywhere between 500 to 1,000 inmates on a daily basis. This is a never-ending process.
What's your ID number? I'm gonna come and talk to you.
For authorities, Cook County Jail represents their greatest hub of intelligence gathering.
The criminal investigation never ends.
When was the last time you were in here? You want to try to work a number?
I told the inmates, I'm in the passenger seat, you're in the driver's seat. How much would you guys make in one building?
75 to 100,000 a day.
Damn.
There's no loyalty in the dope game, and once someone gets locked up, they'll even give up their own mother to get out of jail.
Starts in the jail, hit the street, and come up with some good stuff that way. All the pieces of the puzzle come together.
And you gotta know how to play this, a big chess game.
You ever worked with the police before or no?
Cook County Jail, 8 miles south of downtown Chicago. It's the largest single-site jail facility in the U.S. Our producers gained rare access to this labyrinth of holding cells spanning 10 square city blocks. Pre-trial detainees make up 95% of the population here, meaning they've been charged but have not had their day in court.
There's usually about maybe 40, 50 guys on this bus. We get about 15 to 20 buses a day. The guys that are coming in their street clothes, they just got taken into custody from wherever court they went to.
Take one step up, one step up.
As they were coming in on the bus, they probably knew already who we were.
What's up? Look who's here. Look who's here.
I gotta holler at you.
Come on, man.
We have approximately 10,000 inmates. Every one of them is a potential source for information on what's going out on the street.
Some of the guys that we do know, they don't want to make it open that they know us. As they're walking away, they turn around and they'll give you a little sign. You know, I want to talk to you. Right away we know, we give them the eye contact, we nod, because we don't want everybody to know who's working with us.
Investigator Adrian Sandoval belongs to a specialized team called the Criminal Intelligence Unit, or CIU, under the command of the Cook County Sheriff. Their job, to gather intelligence on gang activity both inside and outside the jail. They begin tracking arrestees from the moment they enter the front gates.
What do they call you?
What's your street name?
How old are you, shorty? What kind of case you had?
You got how many murders? 2 murders.
Where you from on the streets?
790 King Drive. How's the case looking? Pretty good, pretty good. You think so? What do you got? A body too? Attack? Body?
I need help!
All of the guys in this unit have dealt with these people, and they know how to talk to them. They were all handpicked to be here.
You stay out of trouble, man. Because I guarantee you, when I come back to you, you're gonna flip. I promise you. I'm gonna make you flip soon.
Many CIU members, 30 in all, are veteran corrections officers. They handle a unique inmate population at Cook County Jail, where most detainees are awaiting trial and can try plea bargaining with the state's attorney's office.
They've got active cases, and we basically ask them, do they want to try and help themselves out? You know, if they have pertinent information, and we can take that information to the street or transfer it to street units, whether it be sheriff's police, narcotics, or other gang units.
See, most of these guys are vulnerable here. They want to talk. They want to go home. What can I do for you? Look at this kid talking to the officer. He wants to know his bond. What can I do to get out? You know what I mean? Now, guys like that, come here. What's your name? Write down her name, because he wants to talk.
When was the last time you were in here?
The last time I was here?
Yeah.
Last month on the 26th.
For what, drugs?
For a felony.
You ever worked with the police before or no? You know you can get paid, right?
Yeah, I know that.
You want to try to work a number?
Yeah, I work.
All right. They call me Sam, man. I'm Sandoval. I'm gonna give you a number. I'm gonna get a hold of you.
All right, just give me your number.
I got you.
All right.
All right, bro. Take care, man.
All right.
Gentlemen, up against the wall.
For every new arrival, the journey begins at booking an intake. Hundreds pass through this processing center nicknamed the Bullpen on a daily basis.
From a guy that comes in with murder, to a crackhead, to a prostitute, to whatever, you're gonna see it all down here. This is where it all starts. Their visual perception of the jail starts here.
They come in, they get an ID, and it's the ID on their arms.
They'll take their pictures, they'll actually be issued ID cards. They'll figure out their housing assignment, and then they'll be placed out there in those large bullpens by security level, minimum with minimum, medium, maximum, so on.
I'm on parole now for burglary. 6 months out on parole, I caught a retail theft. It's just hard out there, you know?
We know you're a gang member, right?
Yeah.
When we get a new inmate in here, they have to tell us what gang they belong to.
You asked about your gang affiliation. You are self-admitted, correct?
Yes, sir.
And who do you ride with?
I ride with the Almighty Land King.
From where?
CA, Columbia and Ashland.
Columbia and Ashland. That's the neighborhood that he turned out King in?
Yeah.
And you have tattoos?
Got my 5 points on 5 points on the crown.
JR's initials with his King crown.
They call me Joker Poker.
Joker Poker, that's his street name.
More than 70% of the detainees at Cook County belong to Chicago's street gangs. Members of the Latin Kings, Vice Lords, and Gangster Disciples make up the largest numbers. In this environment, gang affiliation becomes a matter of survival.
When you come into a correctional facility, you have to claim an alliance, because if you don't claim an alliance, you're considered a neutron. When you're considered a neutron, that's when the inmates are going to take advantage of you.
A guy who's non-affiliated, now you're gonna know what happens in here. Because when you walk in the bullpen, they say, who are you? Where are you from? I'm from Schaumburg. What gang do you ride with? I don't. Go in the back. Give me them gym shoes. And you're gonna say no, and this guy's got 30 of his friends with him, you're gonna give up the gym shoes. Or you're gonna get beat off. This is where reality sets in.
Tell Obama to come save us. Straight up.
You're going to a max, you know that, right?
Oh, yeah, I know that.
We'll come see you. That guy there is a straight killer machine. You know what he's in here for? They said he's got aggravated discharge of a firearm on 4 people. And he's a frequent flyer. He's a regular here.
There's a large number of inmates coming in, going out. It's kind of like a revolving door. After coming in so many times, they end up building a rapport with a lot of our guys.
I'm back. What did you get?
Sergeant said.
Drugs?
Now you stay in here, man.
As long as you're fair with these guys, you're firm with these guys, they'll earn a respect for you. And that carries a long way. They may be able to help you out later when you need something, when you actually need a favor. And that favor for us is information.
From booking and intake, corrections officers lead inmates to their cell blocks via a maze of underground tunnels. These tunnels connect 7 separate housing divisions, as well as a courthouse within the sprawling jail grounds. Investigators often use the tunnel system to discreetly transport detainees to and from CIU headquarters for interviews.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
What's
Not much.
happening?
What's going on with you, man?
Chillin', man.
Chilling like a villain?
Hey, we know you the gang unit. You the gang unit.
He knows.
From the yard last year, man.
Knowledge is power here. Our goal here is to have an informant on every deck. What's up, Caputo?
Good. How you been, man?
How's everything?
This right here is level 4. This is one of the... This is basically where we have our most problematic type of individuals. These individuals know who the gang guys are, so obviously they have nothing nice to say to us.
All these people that watch this TV show where they catch all these cute little crabs, realistically, we have the world's most dangerous catch right here.
Oh yes, there's definitely ocean sounds of whales and the wind blowing and the sea rushing in. The only thing is that that's happening only in my mind.
50 inmates on a deck in a maximum building, very hard. It's very hard. You have to have a skill to talk to these kids, because if you don't, you're not going to get it.
How old are you now, 19? 18. You'll be out here when you're 50, man. Keep it up.
All revolves around gangs. You see, all revolves around the gang life here.
These guys after coming in 3-4 times, maybe the first time they were hardcore, big into the gang, but after the 4th or 5th time, some of them will look right at you and say, look at me. You ever seen a gang member, a hardcore gang member that's done with the game itself? You're looking at them, I'm done. What do I need to do to get out of here?
See, it's inmates. Call me. Hello? I'm gonna come and holler at you today when I get done with this, okay?
The more that we can gain in intelligence, the better we can control the criminal population here. It's a very dangerous situation.
Up next, jail intel uncovers a deadly weapon.
If
you look down the alley where this weapon is being stashed by gangbangers, you got kids down here playing ball.
And later,
Is it mandatory that somebody in that area has got a pistol on for protection?
It can be assault rifles, it can be anything.
an exclusive look at how an informant gives up a major drug ring.
You guys not affiliated, right? You guys wouldn't tell me anyways, right? You wouldn't tell me anyways, that's cool. How about you, Shorty? What are you locked up for? The burglary. What are you locked up for? Burglary? How about you, Shorty? Car theft? Yeah. Come on. The gang life probably got you in here, is that correct? The crowd of people you associate you with. Crowd of people that you associate with, you got you in here, man. Man, get yourself together, Shorty, man, you know? Opportunity comes one time. You got an opportunity here. I'm not being a social worker or an advocate, but you gotta get yourself together, man. I ain't gonna change your life but yourself, man. The gang life, you like the slick girls, the cars, and get a job, man. I know it's hard out there, man, but, you know what I mean, Shorty?
Second chances don't come often at Chicago's Cook County Jail. But this morning, a judge cut these teenage felons a break. He ordered them to serve their time under house arrest instead of behind bars.
These individuals here, right here, they're on the way back from court.
For another 10,000 inmates, however, Cook County remains their home until they get transferred to a penitentiary or they're set free.
You affiliated? You lying, man. Don't lie to me. Just keep it real. I'm not gonna say it. Your GD? I've seen guys grow up in it. They come in with no hair on their face. They leave. They're grown men now.
I've been in the system since I was 15 years old. I'm 33 now. It's like a revolving door.
They recognize you. You recognize them, and it's one of those where it's like, what did you do now?
You gotta have informants inside this jail. It's a survival here. My goal here is to have one on each deck. Then I conquered my job.
For CIU investigators, the endless cycle of new inmates at Cook County Jail means their work never ends. The jail represents a key battlefront in Chicago law enforcement's war on gangs and drugs.
The city of Chicago supplies us with probably 95% of our population. And Chicago has an estimated 100,000 gang members.
Our approach here is that the criminal investigation never ends. You come into Cook County Jail and you're conducting yourself in a criminal manner, and we find out about it, we're going to launch an investigation into your activity.
One means of finding out which gang members hold rank and what they're doing is through kites, coded written messages.
Certain gangs have certain openings, and as soon as we see that, we already know who it is. Where it says, greetings family, I come in the vision. GDs, Gangster Disciples, you know already as soon as you open it, this is coming straight from the leader. He's letting every division in the compound know who's in charge and who they have to honor. As soon as we find out somebody else in charge now, we want to make sure we know who he is. It's excellent information for us.
Today, during a routine search, we were able to recover multiple kites. Some of them use signs, symbols, numbers for codes, and we do have the codes to break them.
Intelligence culled from kites and from informants helps the CIU produce one of its most valuable tools, gang hierarchy charts.
We'll put these out on a monthly basis to the superintendents. It just gives everybody a heads up on who has some rank amongst each individual gang. You'll have all the guys' titles, you'll have their nicknames, you'll have their regular names, you'll have where they're housed at on the compound. And this is every gang within the compound.
Our goal is knowing these guys. When we do these, I study the faces. So now I don't forget a face when they come in. See how we can just pick them out.
Hey, how you know my face?
Stay out of trouble, Shorty. You have to be 4 or 5 steps ahead of these inmates. Let me see you. When you go into an interview, you have to know something about somebody, about their organization, because if you don't, he's gonna spin you right off the bat.
Besides kites, jailhouse informants are the next best source of gang intel. Yet the process of cultivating informants is fraught with potential pitfalls. Inmates who try to plea bargain with the state's attorney's office don't always offer credible intel.
I like to consider it as 80% BS, 20% truthful. We've got to decipher what is the book and which one isn't.
For CIU investigators, beginning a relationship with a new informant is described as breaking the ice.
We don't really know each other. We're trying to gain trust. We want to make sure we're going to be completely honest with each other. They're trying to give us a little bit and see what we can do with it. And then if it seems like it's working in their best interest, then they'll just give you a little bit more and more every single time.
Today, investigators Adrian Sandoval and Drake Carpenter are going to check out a tip given by a gang-affiliated inmate. The inmate revealed the stash spot for a gun on Chicago's South Side.
The person that gave us this information is real familiar with the Satan disciples. A lot of times, active gang members conceal these loaded weapons out on the streets, and they keep it in the neighborhood for security. In case any opposition comes into the neighborhood, they're able to run to this spot, have quick access, and defend themselves.
Be advised, you got a group of kids that right up on this block here at Diaz.
That part. It's right under the couch. Make it safe. Nothing on the bottom. Safe?
What you want to also look at is, if you look down the alley where this weapon is being stashed by gangbangers, you got kids down here playing ball.
A lot of individuals are willing to voluntarily turn in weapons as it gives them credibility as far as where we stand. So this is kind of like an icebreaker for a lot of individuals.
Because the informant proved good on his word, his chances of striking a plea bargain with the state's attorney's office just improved.
We've dealt with the state's attorney before working his case, and they're more than willing to give him consideration for whatever he does. I think at this point he's willing to turn in his own family members just to get out of jail.
14 rounds of ammo.
This is pretty much an ongoing thing, at least once a week, where we recover weapons. With the crime rate being so high for the city of Chicago, anytime we can remove a weapon, especially of this caliber, from the streets, we pretty much could have saved somebody's life. Fortunately, today the call came through and we were able to get it.
Up next.
So the total drug profits would be $5,000 to $6,000 right there, between all 6 of you. More?
A jailhouse informant exposes a high-rolling drug ring. And later,
Police just walked out of the crowd!
Police act on intel to launch a dangerous raid.
This is what it leads to.
What are you in the hole for? Why?
I was on the phone. And I didn't want to hang up.
You been here for a while?
Since last night.
You could tell he's affiliated with somebody. He's got a 5-point star. Now, at this point, he's affiliated. What are you affiliated with?
You know better than that, man.
Look, where are you? What are you affiliated with?
I'm strong.
Black P Stone, see? What do you fight? What do you got?
Right now, attempted murder.
Attempt murder? How's it looking?
I just got out.
How many years?
19.
Ooh, that's good. You get yourself together now?
Yeah, I'm straight.
19 years? You've been here for 2 years?
Yeah.
You've never been a problem for us, so good luck to you, man.
Yeah, right now. It's hard to do a couple years. It's hard to do a month here. But you got to accept it. It's what you got to do. And if you get your time, you have to do it.
Chicago's Cook County Jail.
We in Cook County, or should I say Crook County?
Home to 10,000 detainees, many awaiting their day in court. Based on past statistics, roughly 60% of them will be convicted and go on to serve time in a state penitentiary.
We choose to go down this road, so now we gotta pay the consequences for what we do.
I'm gonna be home one day, and when I get home, I'm still gonna be fairly young. I'll be 42 years old. I can still do something. My life not over.
I don't wanna be in this situation again. I'm through with it, and I will never, be in this environment no more, and that's all I gotta say.
How many times you said that before?
You know, I got to give it up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I got kids to think about, man. I don't want to be 50 years old up in here.
The jail's criminal intelligence unit offers inmates a chance to help themselves by talking. If a detainee volunteers information that solves or even prevents a crime, then the Cook County State's Attorney's Office may strike a plea deal with him.
Cooperating with an investigation, instead of 20, you can get 10 years, 5 years. I don't get you out of jail. You get yourself out of jail. And from that point on, we don't make no promises. It just takes a little time, but it's just a process that we do it.
Inmates charged with murder can try to reduce their prison time. Those charged with lesser crimes like drug possession or theft stand a better chance of sentence reduction with a judge.
Most of these people, believe it or not, they do want to talk. You know what I mean? All these guys want to go home, and here's an opportunity.
Hey, what kind of case you got? 2 times? You came straight from juvie on your birthday?
You got to try to break them down a little bit. What can you do to help yourself out? Man, I've witnessed it. I was an eyeball witness to a homicide. Tell me about it.
Where are you from?
Circon, 75th and Dorchester.
64th and Dorchester?
75th.
75th, where you from, shorty?
If inmates didn't want to talk to us, they wouldn't come to the gate. In the street, you think people will come to you like that? They'll run the other way.
Oh, there's 10,000 inmates. Believe you me when I tell you, somebody will talk to you.
Boss, how you doing? Hey, listen, I need a favor. I know you're busy, right? All right, I need an inmate dropped down to holding there. I'm gonna pick him up.
Today, CIU investigator Franco Doma arranges to meet with a trusted informant. His contact, an active gang member, can identify all the players in a drug ring that dominates a Chicago housing project.
My job is to identify as many guys as I can inside that housing complex. And he's gonna give me shooters, drug suppliers, rank, and this is just the one building. I just need you for a few minutes. Remember how we do the hierarchy charts out of those buildings? That's what I need you for. I believe in his credibility because I've dealt with him in the past. He's been in and out the systems. So during his incarceration, we built a rapport. I raised this kid. All right. Remember these, what we did last time? You know him, right? Who's the main guy in them projects that I need to know about?
He dead.
He dead? That's the main guy? So who would take over? Somebody on there, correct? So inside that project, what is the dominant drug? What is the drug of choice inside that building? Is it the heroin? Is it the marijuana? Is it the cocaine?
Heroin.
Heroin? Is there a special name you guys use for the heroin? What do you guys call the dope line? You guys got a name for it? Just the heroin? So let me ask you this question. How much would you guys make on a given day in one building? Give me one building.
$75,000 to $100,000 a day.
Damn. $75,000 to $100,000. In one day, or is that a week?
Day.
And why you guys make so much?
We had the best product.
Best product? All the guys that sell packs are young boys, huh?
Yeah.
All young guys? Where's the older guys at?
Yeah, well.
Collecting the money?
Yeah.
So on a given day, if I'm selling the drugs out there, is it mandatory that somebody in that area has got a pistol on for protection?
Always.
Is it a gun, or is it got somebody else posted somewhere in the windows, on top of a roof?
It could be all of the above. It can be assault rifles, it can be anything.
Who's this? That's the main guy, right? Main guy?
Yeah.
What was his function?
He was the man.
So all the money that you guys made somehow got in his hands?
Yeah.
So this guy was the one making all the money?
Yeah.
Everything comes together at once because he's giving me all the things that I need. We identified multiple guys affiliated with street organization. Not only did we identify them, he gives me the guys that are actually active participate on a daily basis. Guys that are carrying the weapons, guys that are selling the narcotics, guys that are moving the packs. Now, my job is to put the whole thing together. I cross-reference it with some guys from local areas and local police departments, Chicago, then I'll formulate it into a colored chart. Then I can distribute it to other law enforcement agencies that are in and out that area.
Investigator Doma submits the valuable intel to detectives assigned to the troubled housing project. The investigation remains open. Up next,
Muchachos, vengan aquí.
Why are you running, my friend?
Cook County Sheriff's Police fight to reclaim gang-infested neighborhoods by using jail intel.
What's up, man?
Keep on the watch just like a German Shepherd. Closing down the sector, guy came like a shepherd. Does it if you want me down on the hyenas?
What happened, man? Come on. Come here.
See how they are?
What happened, man?
They stay on board.
What happened?
Ain't no slugs live you riding in savannas. Lives told off, got 8 back panthers.
I heard about you the other day. He's on 2E. He's on 2E. Antonio Parker identified him by his gold tooth.
They always be
Are you sure? Or you ain't everybody else?
Nah, man, I don't get nobody, man. PMG.
He's from Cabrini Green. Man, you my man, PMG.
Ooh.
PMG, because I know you. I just want to see where we stand. PMG. Come on, man. I know a little history of you, bro.
What y'all talking about?
He's a big-time drug dealer in the projects. He has his own little crew of guys, and they're gunners out there. Yeah, you a straight goon out in the streets, boy.
Ain't got nothing on me,
Suspect
man.
on a homicide, boy.
Y'all got the wrong one. The wrong.
How many PMGs in the greens?
It's a couple.
You want to get your life together, or you want to stay in jail for the rest of
I
your
want
life?
to get my life together.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay, then you prove it to me that you stay out of trouble in here.
I try to, man.
Maybe a guy in his caliber who can help himself get out. Because he's in here for a body. And where you guys going to relocate? Where they knock it
I
down?
don't relocate nowhere. I'm getting my life together.
And go where?
Atlanta. Am I right or not, man?
No, man.
Okay. He's known to running clubs in Atlanta. So when he said, I'm gonna get out of here, I'm gonna leave, I said, to where Atlanta? He just looked, his eyeballs popped. We like to see where their mind is. You know, we let them know. We know who you are. We want you to know who we are. You know, it's a cat and mouse game.
You know a little bit too much, man.
I know a little bit. You know a lot. PMG.
Thousands of hardened criminals circulate every day through Chicago's Cook County Jail, the largest single-site jail facility in the U.S. Many of them possess valuable information that can help authorities battle an ever-rising tide of gangs and drugs. Investigators here gather intel that they then share with the Cook County Sheriff's Police. One of the most important tools that they generate, gang hierarchy charts.
We're in a better position to accurately produce them than most policemen on the street are. We've got hundreds of gangster disciples in here. A policeman on the street may have one informant that's a GD and giving them information, maybe two.
Sí. No te importa, ¿verdad? No estás en mi foto? No. Déjame ver si estás en mi foto. ¿Cómo te llamas de nuevo?
Y siempre me paran, ¿sabes por qué? Por lo mismo que siempre traigo.
Sí, porque siempre trae los colores de la pandilla. This complex is predominantly Hispanic. The only gang in there are the Latin Kings. However, there's apartment complexes that are a couple of miles away from each other with different gangs, and what they do is they tend to go to each other's complex and fight. These are the members, active members from the Latin Kings that are known to hang out in that area. We can determine if these players are there, how strong they really are in that area. In the event that we might have to conduct an operation in there, we need to know the numbers in there for our safety. And all of this comes from the jail. This is the family here.
Yeah, they're going inside.
That's Tucker. Muchachos, vengan aquí.
Vámonos.
Ven aquí.
Why your boys running?
¿Qué pasó? ¿No tienen nada en los bolsillos? Párate aquí un momento, vamos a hablar un segundo. Ven acá. Tú también. ¿Cómo te llamas? You ever been locked up at county? Never? Okay. You never been arrested? How old are you, shorty? 15? Step over here. You got his name, Gary? You a king, bro? Most of these guys, although they're gangbangers, if you show them a little bit of respect, they'll talk to you with no problems whatsoever. If you try to rough them up, they build a defensive wall and they will not talk to you. It's a dynamic game. You got to know how to play it. It's a big chess game. It's our job to try to catch them. It's their job to try to get away from us. Come here, chiquitín. I'm gonna make you guys my official little deputies. You understand?
Yeah.
All right? All right, look. You guys are my deputies. Oh, there's a little, okay. Here.
Deputies. Yeah, what's that?
When you see the bad guys, you make sure you let me know, okay?
More.
These little kids are probably gonna be the ones that grow up and join the gang because they start recruiting them at the age of 11 and 12 years old. And we gotta intervene so that they don't get recruited.
With so much at stake, cops like Eddie Hauer and Gary Contreras know that the only way to fight gangs requires constant vigilance and the best intelligence.
You got any tattoos on you, bro?
Nah.
What's your street name? Why is it if you live in Schiller Park, you're always here, dude? You're up to no good, man.
When the squeeze continues, our cameras hit the front lines of Chicago's drug war.
All the pieces of the puzzle come together. Starts in the jail, hit the street, come up with some good stuff that way.
This sign right here says, Amor Eterno para Juanita Nieto. Amor Eterno is eternal love for Juanita, the little girl that was shot while trying to buy some ice cream right here on scene, and a shootout broke out and she was trying to get some ice cream and she got shot. And this statue's been here for a while. It's a memorial for her.
Since the year 2000, Chicago has twice earned the dubious honor of being America's murder capital, with as many as 600 homicides a year. Police attribute the vast majority of killings to rampant gang violence.
There's so many murders that are happening nowadays. It's unreal, and the shame is all the civilians that have nothing to do with the gang violence, the 3-year-olds, the 5-year-olds that are just, you know, on the sidewalk playing, that end up paying the price for what these guys are doing to each other.
Those who embrace gangbanging usually deal narcotics, a $200 million a year industry in Chi-Town. Many come to view human life as cheap, even when it's their own.
Let them be sure. See what I mean? Multiple shot wounds here, and the back. See what I mean? This is part of the gang life. It's something that he doesn't want to change. You know what I mean? Both arms been shot up. What's this? Trachea. Trachea getting shot up, but he still continued on affiliating himself with the gangs. You know who shot you?
Yeah.
Who? Opposition?
Yeah, opposition.
GDs, Stones?
GDs.
From where?
From the neighborhood.
From the neighborhood?
Yeah.
He knows who did it, but he's not going to tell who did it, because what they're going to do is they're going to retaliate on themselves. They're going to handle the business themselves, these guys in the streets. They're not going to tell the cops who shot him. He's been shot up. How many times you get shot up?
15.
15 times shot him. 15 times, man.
Look, a bullet right there.
See a bullet? It's protruding out of his skin.
If you have a street corner and another gang infringes on it or wants control of it, people are going to get shot and killed over it. Whoever controls the drugs gets the money, and that's what it's about, money.
Caution indicator for gang crime activity on him. Caution indicator on him for also maybe armed and dangerous.
To stay on top of criminal activity, Cook County Sheriff's Police rely on intel from their jailhouse colleagues. These officers constantly track who's who in the gangs as a matter of putting the gangbangers on the defensive.
Oh, hang on, partner, hang on. We're doing a field interview right now. Take your hands out of your pocket. What's your nickname out here?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Yeah.
You're Pumpkin?
Yeah.
I hear a lot about you, Pumpkin.
No, you mean about the other Pumpkin.
If you're Pumpkin, that means you're a GD.
No, I'm not. It's 2 Pumpkins out here.
Oh, so the other Pumpkin's a gangster disciple, but that ain't you. Here's your walk. Hold on there for a second.
When we're interested in a specific area, we know who the players are. We have information, we have intelligence. The jail is such a fluid place where we have 10,000 people there a day that are coming and going with great fluidity, that our intelligence that we get out of there is as timely as you're ever going to get.
We'll get a call from one of the guys that's on that gang intelligence unit down at the jail, and they'll say, hey, you know what, Conrad, I've got a guy that can give you information about an operation that's going on out there, illegal operation, narcotics type operation, and we'll use that person to get a search warrant, and then we'll hit that area.
When we hit the house, they never know who's the rat, who's the one that turned on them. And this stuff comes out of the jail all the time.
We need some of their own guys to catch them. And that's what it boils down to.
Typical Cubs fan.
He deserves to go just for that reason.
The target of the warrant is a Cubs fan. You would have been fine. You would have been better off if he was a Sox fan.
For Cook County law enforcement, every arrest, whether a traffic stop or a drug raid, offers an opportunity to gain a new informant.
Anybody that we can get to, let's get them all.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law.
Hey, Conrad.
Sir.
Ask him where the thing that goes with this is.
¿Tienes una pistola?
No. 661, go ahead, please take your location.
This right here is a quantity of what appears to be 9mm ammunition, and this is 45 ACP ammo. These are appear to be hollow points, designed to expand once they contact flesh. You have a pistol right here. What looks like a .38 revolver and a quantity of cannabis right here. The suspect will have to attend bond court tomorrow. If he can make that bond, he'll be released. If not, he'll be remanded to the Cook County Jail.
Who you ride with? Are you a king? Are you a king? Are you land king?
He may be developed into a confidential informant to where he's going to give us information about further criminal activity related to this case. He could also put us on to other criminal activity separate from this case. The investigation is ongoing at this point.
Coming up when the squeeze concludes, an informant tips police off to a pair of drug houses, paving the way for a daring bust.
They're not gangs anymore. It is now full-blown organized crime.
You're back.
Go all the way around.
For what?
Yeah, we'll come out on the other end.
Possession? Now you beat that other one, right? You gonna go home or what? Yeah. All right, I hope so, man.
Yeah,
Please.
Hello? Hey, what's happening? They called me up. I have about 15 or 20 guys out in the streets. How many did you buy from him in the past? 2 keys? 2 kilos you bought from him? Constantly calling me up, Domo, this is what's going on. Domo, this is what's going on. I'm gonna see if anybody's interested, and I'll call me back and within the hour, and I'll have an answer for you. I'm gonna talk to Howard, one of my guys. I'm gonna hook you up with him.
After leaving Cook County Jail, many former inmates stay in contact with CIU investigators. Some become paid informants, sharing timely intel about what's going down on the streets.
What ends up happening, sometimes they get tired of the big game, the dealing game, or the crime game, and one of the options is working with the police.
Today, CIU investigators and the Cook County Sheriff's Police will conduct raids on 2 drug houses. One of the CIU's informants, a high-ranking member of the Latin Kings, supplied the intel.
Yeah, be advised, Sandoval's car is in route.
What we're doing right now is we're heading over to Markham courthouse. That's where the Sheriff's Police office is at, for a debriefing. We have 2 targets, both based in Chicago Heights. Supposed to have a large amount of cannabis in both places, possibly heroin.
Here's the video of the house. There's the van.
Okay.
There's that side door.
We may be able to get through here. All right, guys. Everybody, thanks for coming out. I know we got everyone here from a few of our different gang teams, so I appreciate the help. We have 2 search warrants today in Chicago Heights. The informant that was used was taken down at the jail by the criminal intelligence guys down at the jail and passed on to Demas out here with the gang intelligence team. We have UCs and an attack car out right now, watching the house.
You guys pass these around. It's 2 different locations. The target on both locations is allegedly the enforcer for the Latin Kings in that area. Our informant was in the house. He observed 8 pounds of cannabis and freezer bags in the kitchen. There's also a weapon in this house that he observed in the kitchen area on top of the refrigerator.
Okay, everybody get a good look at this house right here. These are the assignments. Rear containment, Mark from U.S. Marshals, Bucio, Carpenter, and Zach. Eddie B and Sandman are front containment. Note to the containment personnel. Remember, once we go in this building, whatever happens in the building is our responsibility. If anybody comes out of this building, if anybody jumps out a window, comes flying out, he's your responsibility.
Upon the execution of the search warrant, hopefully the individual's there. We're able to take him down. The most successful case scenario would be to turn this individual into an informant also.
Take it, Jason, take it, take it.
Announcement. Police search warrant, get on the ground! Police search warrant, get on the ground! Police search warrant, get on the ground! Clear.
Copy that, Demon's basement's clear, first floor is clear.
Police secure the location and take their target into custody. Then, they converge upon the second location 3 blocks away.
Police search warrant! Police search warrant on the ground! Door right! Somebody take the door right! Police search warrant!
Clear. Go, Maddie, move. Clear, get that door. Clear. Building secure.
No one's arrested this time. After making 2 successful raids, officers collect and assess the evidence at each house.
Right now we have a large quantity of cannabis, some crack cocaine, and then we just pried open a safe that they had inside, and they've got 2 pistols inside the safe. And we're still relatively early into the search.
Yeah, 2 more weapons recovered. 2 more.
Nice job, Sam.
We got a total of 6 weapons now. Also some cannabis, scales, and other paraphernalia. Very good hit.
This is just pretty much all ammunition.
The weed on top of the dome. More ammunition. Somebody's ready for war.
Later, the team debriefs back at headquarters.
Ammunition for everything, too.
The arrestee will remain in holding there until he faces a bond hearing.
I know the 2 search warrants, they were connected with the intelligence you guys got from the jail. Were those the only 2 locations with this particular faction of the Latin Kings that we're aware of?
So far, these are the only 2 for that area. I believe we have a couple other guys who are ready, high-ranking individuals who are ready to probably do the same thing.
Sergeant O'Malley, do you have anything to add?
No, I just think everything went well. I, appreciate what Sandman does when they get us these informants here. I mean, we like to work that. Usually when we get the informants out of the jail, they're pretty much good to go. We'd like to tell everyone on the street that there's no loyalty in the dope game, that basically, once someone gets locked up, they're gonna give up anybody and anybody, and they'll even give up their own mother to get out of jail.
Investigators hope for the ultimate coup, that the gang member arrested today will also be turned into an informant.
I did speak to the individual as we were doing the transport. A little hardcore in the beginning, got a little softer towards the end, so we'll see. Once he goes into custody, maybe we can go at him again, and hopefully we can have the snowball a little better.
Yeah, the intelligence was just a little bit off. I think there was 1 gun noted in the briefing, but we did get 6. So just off in that respect. So we got 5 more than what we thought.
That's a very good mistake. I like the egg.
I was waiting for somebody to put something out there like that.
That was a mistake. I'll take anything.
Anytime you get 6 guns is huge off the street. Everybody's safe as a result. And there were kids playing on the block, so that goes a long way in my eyes anyway.
This is what it leads to. How old are you, shorty? Something that starts out as something real small, and it could definitely snowball into something huge. my drive for my job, growing up in the rough area in the city of Chicago, it was probably a 50-50 shot. Half of us went into law enforcement, and the other half went into gangs and drugs. And unfortunately for them, I think half of that half, they're about 6 feet under. So being able to get these bad guys and get them off the streets, this is a real good feeling to do this.